Hey everyone, this is Tanisha. Um, just wanted to touch base with everybody about success weight and just really the history and the reasons why I decided to start my own program. Back in October 15th, 2012, I found out that I weighed over 350 pounds. And when I found out the reality, it really hit me and hit me hard. Like I've always been a big girl. I've never been skinny a day in my life. And to walk around and have the confidence and love who I was at that weight. In the back of my mind, I still knew that it was time for me to actually to go out and to lose the weight. But I just never could do it. I always try to find the easy way. I would go and I will buy diet pills. I've tried Weight Watchers. I pay for e-diets. That's where they deliver the food to you. I did that. I drank 2 shakes a day and had one meal. I did so many things that it worked, but it was just a quick fix. It was just like I want it now. And now when I think back to it, it was like I'm glad that I went through it. Like I needed to really go through that entire experience over the years for me to appreciate today. And when I think back to that night, I realized that that was just my breaking point. To look at a scale that you're standing on that indicates that you are over the limit, and when you realize the limit of the scale is 350 pounds and your weight is not registered, like it doesn't register, that has to be a reality for anyone. And immediately I decided to, instead of going the opposite way, the traditional way, get depressed, go and you eat. I became angry. I think I cried for about 5 minutes, and then I just got so angry with myself. You know, I went and I threw everything out. It was a Monday night, so that means I typically just went grocery shopping. And I threw it all out. I did not want it. And I went across the street to the supermarket and I purchased vegetables and fruits, gallons of water. And that's when I just said, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I had no plan. I had really no idea what I was going to do, but I just knew I had enough. And I'm happy that I experienced that, because although I started and I didn't know what to do, I just realized that that next morning when I got up, everything that I did had to have a reason for it. I was not going to eat just because I was hungry. I was not going to pick up the bag of chips just because I had $1 in my pocket. I now had to consciously make decisions about my life and about what I was going to do and how I was going to make sure that it was going to remain consistent. So going grocery shopping, it was just like plan for it. And every day I planned my meals. I work, I teach. So when I'm teaching from like 8:30 in the morning, and sometimes I leave work about 7, 8 o'clock. So I'm always at work. And what I did, I would take my lunch. I took my dinner sometimes. I always make sure I had enough snacks. Baby carrots, sliced apples, Jello, anything, just to make sure that I had enough for whatever could possibly happen. I used to go to my friend's house and she would laugh at me because I came prepared. I had my snacks, I had my water. Depending on the time, I would bring my dinner or my lunch. Like I was really serious and I stuck to it. And I did that straight for about a month and a half, actually up to Thanksgiving. Now, before Thanksgiving, I actually was afraid to eat anything out of what I was now accustomed to eating. Just pretty much was eating clean. Fruits, vegetables, water. I had definitely cut soda, juice out. I had to keep my coffee. Everyone who knows me knows that I love Starbucks, and yes, I have to still have my Starbucks every day. But I found other ways, and I'll share that later. But I ate clean. It was just like I didn't touch anything bad. I didn't chips, cookies, nothing. So when Thanksgiving came, I decided, you know what, today I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna have my little, enjoy my Thanksgiving. The macaroni and cheese, the collard greens, barbecue ribs, everything. I ate maybe a quarter of my plate, and I started to throw up. Like I threw up, and I never stopped. And after the second day of throwing up, I realized that my system, it was so clean that now when I enter the oil and the grease with the fat, it actually was a reverse. And yeah, so I threw up everything. Thanksgiving weekend, I lost actually 5 pounds. But I say this is because you have to want this, and you have to understand the consequences, understand the challenges. And when I started my program, that's really what I wanted to help people understand. You are a real person. Therefore, a real person is going to deal with challenges. And a diet is not going to help you deal with those challenges as you are going through the journey of living healthy. A diet is just saying, here, do this and follow it. And you can write on our website and let us know if it actually worked. My program is showing people how to take this information and apply it to their life. Apply it to a real life situation. We talk about how to have a healthy lifestyle in relationships. How to, deal with negativity. Because you're going to receive negative comments from people on both sides of the fence. You're going to have some people who are not going to support you because how they personally feel. What do I mean by that? I met a gentleman, and when I was probably about the first month into my lifestyle, so maybe about in November, I met him then. Oh, he was very interested. Okay, long story short, we became friends, and that kind of just stayed where it was at. But when I finally mentioned to him how I was going through the journey of losing weight, he became really negative. Well, why don't you love yourself? Why don't you embrace who you are? You're beautiful the way you are. Don't lose weight. And I'm like, well, that's not where I'm at. I'm not trying to stay where I'm at. I'm trying to lose and go further and beyond. So fast forward, he tells me that he only wants to deal with women who are 300 pounds and better. So I told him, okay, well, that's what you feel. I am not trying to stay in the 300s. So thank you. Have a nice day. Go on with your life. So fast forward now here about 5 months later, he's calling me, and I'm confused because So his first question, well, one of the questions he asked me first was, so how much do you weigh now? And ironically, I had just turned on weight 299. So I was like, well, I am officially out of the 300s. As of this morning, I was 299 pounds. And he's like, oh, so you was serious about this? Yes, very serious. And I plan on continuing through my journey. So it was just negative, negative energy. Some people, they like how you look, and they get accustomed to that. And it's understandable, but people have to realize we we don't walk around in our skin to accommodate other people. So you have to do what's best for you. And having a program that's going to help you while you're dealing with all of the different transitions, because everything is going to start to transition across the board in your life, your health, your body, your mind. your spirit, your emotions. There's some days that you're just gonna stop and cry because you're not gonna understand how you've accomplished something that has probably been your biggest challenge in your life. I still have those moments where I will look at a picture and I will start tearing up because I realize, why couldn't I do this before? Why was I able to do this now? And where was my strength in the past? Why couldn't I overcome this earlier? But I appreciate the challenge. I appreciate what I have faced with dealing with my weight, and I understand I had a major part in the Tanisha that I was in the past, and I accept that, and I have no reason to be mad anymore. I have to just deal with it for what it is. And just know that anything that I do afterwards, I'm going to do it and I'm going to benefit myself. And I'm going to make sure that I remain happy and healthy. Those are the only two things I want to be. And if I have good health, then that means that I could do anything else that's going to make me happy. So if you're looking for something a program that is going to allow you to live a normal life and a new lifestyle, definitely check out my website, successweight.com. We have information about our various programs and different services which we provide. So I will definitely try to post tomorrow and answer some questions that I've been receiving through my website. Okay? Thank you.